Hello everyone, my name is Divsra and welcome back to my Hero of the Empire campaign, where we are hopefully gonna destroy yet another army. Another army, which is mostly comprised of melee units. Surprise, surprise. But I definitely need to take care of this army because I have yet another army coming in, and hopefully I can destroy the remnants of this tiny army right here, which I've already defeated twice. Well, actually, fought twice. I've actually lost a battle against this one army right here. But I did do a lot of damage to them, and they shouldn't have had any time to replenish, since they have been in my territory the entire time, and they're not just Psy. Anyway, let's try to annihilate these guys. Actually, what I probably should have done is attack this army and had these guys come in to reinforce. Oh well, this is not a danger to me at all, I think. These guys have some... Oh, they have the Bakumatsu Lancers. They are pretty deadly. But once again, this army has no general. For whatever reason. They do have lots and lots and lots of melee units, which is definitely a reason to worry. But hopefully I will be able to do to this army exactly what I did to the last army, which is completely annihilate them. The last army in this exact same situation, I should say. Also, I think I should be able to deploy a bit more carefully, or safely, in regards to my artillery this time around. Also, I think the standard two-line approach is what I'm gonna do here, although maybe I'm gonna mix it up slightly. Yeah, so good conditions for me. There, and you actually still have okay spacing, even though this kind of got messed up. Actually, you don't have decent spacing at all, because it's completely messed up. God damn it. I like it when my artillery lines look pretty and planned out. But I guess I just need to live with this. There you go, I think. Looks about right. There you go. And I guess that these guys are... Well, they're not really overlapping, so I think we're good. There you go. Okay. So, first line with units that I care about, but not that much. And maybe even you. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna do that, I think. Actually, that. Oh, you're quite damaged. You're gonna be frontline. Sorry about that. You've been a valuable asset and done quite a lot of work for me. But you're currently quite damaged. So, yeah, that's just how we roll here. Okay, you're up there. And you guys are together like that, although a bit more stretched out. So something like that. Yeah, perfect. And look at these snazzy landing forces in US military uniform, and a bit of other stuff. Or at least looks like US military. Of course not the colors, but you know what I mean. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Anyway, guard mode, you're good. Do I have the range to shoot into your deployment zone? I think I do. Actually, I'm right on the cusp. So I may have to deploy slightly further forwards with the artillery in order to ensure that I actually get them to go towards me. Actually, I don't know. I may have to lure them in. Although I guess I couldn't see anything anyway, because of legendary difficulty and all of that. So where are the reinforcements coming from? Okay, let's stop you from doing that, because that's going to be really dangerous. And somehow you're not in guard mode. Let's fix that. So I guess the second line is now the first line. Oh dear. Okay, I think we're good though. Once I actually get my general into this. With Gambate and get a third unit, that should be enough to take care of them. Okay, you can start firing, but start firing at these guys, please. So this is a really good distraction. I will give you that. But I think you're gonna die pretty rapidly. But yeah, those guys have done a lot of damage. Like, not just in terms of like damage taken to these guys, in terms of the fact that I haven't been able to use my artillery to the best of my ability, because I had to silence some of them at the start of this battle. And did I not? Actually I didn't, but I guess that means that you are gonna get point blank to the face. Yeah. At least that's something. But these guys are still not dead. Which is a huge issue, because I need you guys now, pretty soon, to be able to do something here. Also, why am I in peril? I don't get it. Okay, are you dead? Not yet. But I need a unit, at least a unit, to help out here. Because this gigantic blob is now dangerously close to my line, and it's not going to be nice when they actually reach them. Have you killed them yet? No, not yet. But you're focusing on each other. Actually, now you are good to go. Actually, you go there. And you go there, because these guys are closer. Okay. So I can now focus on the army I actually wanted to focus on the entire time. Let's see how well we do. My guess is not very, but yeah, I still think we're going to win. But this could have been done a lot safer. That's definitely the case. And what are you doing? You're trying to get around this first unit? Well, I guess unless these guys actually start shooting at you anytime soon, you're gonna actually be as effective as you hope to be. Shogutai coming through. Oh dear. Those Shogutai were massively affected, affected by Banzai. Although, I don't know if these guys really have used that ability yet, even. Yeah, you need to not die. Please. Okay, so this flank is secure. So let's push. These guys are starting to take quite a lot of damage. Good. This guy is just about to break, but hopefully all of this artillery will be enough to break the enemy first, and seems like that is definitely happening. So let's get you back, and hopefully you should be enough to take care of that, and indeed you are. Good. Now it's time for the artillery to do a bit of work. And I think there we have it. Okay, so you're gonna stop firing at whatever you please. But I'm gonna have you focus on these units over here, while my general is going for these units over here. Although, what the fuck did I tell you? God damn it. This is why I don't fucking trust artillery all the damn time. Well, I'm giving you another chance, and hopefully you don't hit your own general in the back of the head with an explosive shell. Well, speaking of hitting your own general, these guys might, so let's just make sure that that particular thing doesn't happen. Anyway. What are you doing? What? Could you just stop? Okay, I think maybe the artillery is the best. You can just do that alone, because you're killing me. You're killing this man. Look at the artillery just not giving a shit about what I tell them to do, and just go straight for my general. Tell them all to hit these guys, and they're like, "Oh, hit whatever you please. Well, I might just shoot where my general is." Bloody idiots! Idiots should be fired, every single one of them. If it hadn't been for the fact that I need them quite badly. Oh well, at least, at least my general survived that. Being hit by multiple artillery shells. All it took was 5 of his officers or bodyguards, and both armies somehow survived. Amazing. And I can't do a single thing about that. Well, I can, but that means leaving Harima completely open, and also very unhappy, which I can't do anything about, because apparently having them stop paying taxes crashes my game. Amazing. Actually, I may have to merge again, because if I don't, I will have actually quite a lot of wounded men instead of fully functional garrison troops. So what I'm actually gonna do, although it does pain me quite a bit to do for this particular unit, I'm gonna disband them, and you can see that the garrison will help me with what remains. Actually, speaking of the garrison, artillery is not useful at all while defending a citadel like that. So what I'm hoping is that they're gonna see that this is bloody strong and decide we're not gonna go for that. We're gonna try to go around and go for Bison or something to that effect. And I won't have to worry about that, and I can keep all of this artillery. That's the dream. Now let's see what actually happens. Because I think I'm done this turn. I think so. I don't think there was any other stuff. Right? Right? Oh, also more training capacity. That'd be great here. 4 slots. Oh yeah, I do have matchlock towers. Not that useful though. It's more like they're good because they lead to better stuff. Like Gatling gun towers. Which is a lot better. Yeah, 2 famous battles, a 3rd, and a 4th. So 4 famous battles in this tiny province. Just tells you how much shit has gone down here. So you're quite happy. So maybe I should have a few men go over here. Although you are once again happy, and you are happy. Because I'm happy. Good. So at least things are looking good in that respect. Now let's see what Obama decides to do. Nothing. Thank you very, very much. Although maybe they have decided that they are not strong enough to deal with that. And are you really this tiny army? Mostly tiny armies actually coming in to try to try to help with this. It's quite humorous. Anyway, it is as I feared. They did actually attack me, which makes this pretty interesting because they have just about double my numbers, maybe a bit more, and I do have artillery, but it's probably gonna get taken down immediately if I actually deploy them in a place where they are gonna be useful. So that's fun. But yeah, it's I who did this, and I have to deal with the consequences. So the units we do get on our side, which we didn't have, so aka the garrison units, are these 2, which are pretty good, although quite limited in terms of ammo, and these units, which are just straight up good. Not as good as the other units we have, but pretty good. Much better than just straight up levy infantry. So let's go to the battlefield and do our best. So artillery is probably going to have to be placed here and here, and just have them sit there and wait to die. And hopefully in that time, between the battle starting and them dying horribly and early, I will be able to get a few kills in. That should be possible, and also placing units here and here will be able to actually get a few kills in on them before they, as I said, brutally murder my artillery. Which I think is pretty inevitable. Well, maybe not. It actually depends on how much cavalry they have, because cavalry tends to rush down those sort of things. And if they don't have any cavalry, then they're going to try to rush down with slower units, which is going to give me a lot more time to actually try to shoot them to bits before they reach said artillery. Okay. So how how am I gonna divide up this? Oh, I also got a mortar battery, which I think I'm gonna place... Here. General in the middle for the time being. I think I'm gonna have all of you here. And then have all of you here. So, knowing my luck, nothing will be put here, and everything will be put here, where my not amazing artillery is. Well, comparatively. Any artillery is better than no artillery. Well, maybe except for for wooden cannons, which are mostly useless, pretty much all the time. So let's group all of that up. And now for deploying these men. Also, these are quite devastating, but they do have limited ammo. So I think I'm gonna save them until the point where this battle becomes somewhat desperate. Anyway, let's see. One unit there, and one there, to cover those guys. So now you have cover. I don't think now we cover the rest of the perimeter to the best of our ability. I don't think I will have enough men to cover the lower tier. But the lower tier is not going to be useless, thanks to this matchlock tower. Well, these matchlock towers on the lower level. So I do have space for you here, kinda. Good enough. What remains? One lone unit, that's you. Actually, I'm gonna switch you with you. Or maybe not exactly you. That should be a better unit. Because you're actually guarding something very valuable. So let's switch you out with that unit right there. And have you be used on the upper level. Have you in reserve. And of course all of you in guard mode, if I forgot about that. And I think there you go. You can fire at whatever you please, I think. Okay, thankfully the enemy deployed the way I wanted them to, which is a little bit like everywhere. Meaning that both of these sides are actually going to be able to fire immediately. And as you can see, these sharpshooters learned that artillery can be pretty devastating. Wow. That was better than I hoped for. But that also means that these guys are going to be completely unopposed before they get here, unless these guys can get some shots on them, which they might be able to. And of course the matchlock tower, which is going to come into effect right about now. And let's enable rapid volley. And let's see, what about you? There you go, apparently being hit, because they also have some artillery. Well, that is an issue, isn't it? And none of my artillery can actually answer that. So this reserve force is probably gonna do some damage here. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that is the case. It's like, I killed one man, and that was it. So, yeah, you can also tell on the other side something swept in, and what do you know? Cavalry. General's Hatamato, though, which means that the General's bodyguard has taken quite a lot of casualties quite early on. Oh, and you actually... Oh, these guys actually broke. Wow. I did not expect that. Anyway, this matchlock tower has been killed, so what are you firing at now? You're firing at this fort wall. Good idea. So I need to try to keep an eye out for that at the same time, while I try to not die with the rest of these men. Also, grab your guns. And that's not what I meant to do. I meant to toggle guard mode. And that last one is actually still there. No, that's the other unit. These guys are wavering? That's not you. Oh, you're wavering, but also completely dead, meaning that all that remains are actually these horses. So, 0 men. These guys don't count, actually. Okay, what are we looking at? 63% damage. Well, they're gonna destroy the wall while your men are climbing it. That will seem like a somewhat stupid decision. Although, this is the AI we're talking about. But, yeah, I think it's time to retreat. And let's get some men up there. Okay, this side has been completely shattered. Only a few sharpshooters remain. Can you, like, pick up the guns, please? There we go.
Sir, an entire unit is dead, sir.
Good. Well, I guess to be expected. And... oh yeah, you need to shoot, don't you? But I will put one of you into action, and hopefully you will be able to hit these guys. Actually, it might be a better idea to do this for just a second, and have these guys go into that gap. Yeah, could you, like, do what I tell you, please? That's very difficult, apparently. For fuck's sake. Well, I guess back to position then. Also, why are you not shooting? You're definitely on fire at will. Do you just not have a target? Well, I guess this is your target then. Ah, amazing. So this clearly didn't work. Like, at all. And point-blank artillery barrage is pretty drastic measure, but apparently that is what is needed right now. Although not that many men has come up and matchlock militants, they're not gonna be able to do much. Nagidantakachi, are you still going after my artillery? Isn't that... oh, I see. Well, if that means that you run straight in front of my other artillery, then sure, go ahead. If these guys can actually hit you. Apparently that's difficult for them. No consistency there. Well, I guess I'll draw you closer to this instead. So all of this has been taken care of, so I need to have you go up to the final level, because this is where shit is hitting the fan right now. Speaking of, let's look at this nightmare. Bowcatchy wavering? Why? Yeah, that's actually not a good idea at all. What I will rather do is what I told these guys to do. Do that. Well, apparently it doesn't even matter, because victory is just about secured anyway. Anyway, Matchlock Tower. Start firing again. So I did not lose you, I did not lose you, and I did not lose you. And from the other artillery, I actually didn't lose that much either. I lost 2 artillery pieces, which is pretty amazing, considering what I expected of this. Speaking of artillery, I need to take care of this thing, this artillery piece. So I'm gonna have my general charge at that. Might be suicide. But let's do this. Let's see, where are you? Where did you go? Oh, there. That way. I see. Anyway, let's also follow it up with a few more units, just in case my general completely Fs it up. Which definitely is possible. It's unlikely. Even if my general dies, the unit should be able to do the job. Rally, do all of that good stuff, and apparently that was too much for these guys. Not gonna blame them. But I need these guys to completely die. And preferably capture the artillery. Well, that is it. So another heroic victory. Good, I needed that. Yeah, look at these stats. That's really good. Landing force did the most. Yeah, this was the Battle of the Linium Tree. Makes sense, given the fact that they were defending fortifications like that. And 20-pounder howitzers. Yeah. 12-pounder howitzers. It's actually the most damaging artillery piece. Good on you. How did my... With all those rockets, they killed 16 plus 8, so 24. And I did think they killed... Actually, this might have been like themselves, hitting themselves and causing friendly fire that way. I wouldn't be surprised. But we actually did lose... Oh, we somehow lost both of the those artillery pieces, although 3 men remained of that one. I'm not going to cry about the light gun loss. Thankfully, we did capture a 12-pounder howitzer. So I did get 1 cavalry, artillery, sorry, piece back, kinda. And as I said previously, right now, lots of artillery is not really that great a thing you can have. So apparently the game crashed again, which I'm gonna take as a sign of this being a good place to stop. Thankfully the game auto-saved right after that victory, so all of that is saved. So we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here, and I'm gonna see if there's something I can do to stop all of these crashes. Well, I'm basically gonna try to find out what is happening. But yeah, that's gonna be in between this part and the next one. I thank you so much for watching this part, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye for now.